Hey guys, this is Noel from ESOCommunity.net, and today I'm bringing you a short video to showcase some of the new ESOC maps for spring 2016. The first new map in the map pool is Mendocino, and some of you may know Mendocino already as it has been posted in the user created content section on the forums for quite some time. I've actually played several games on this map when it was first released, and it's very fun. This map's characterized by two things in my opinion. The first being that it's very high hunt. There's three very large herds within herding distance of the main base, so it's quite easy to get those herds back onto your town center, and it could favor hunt dependent civs like Brits and Ports quite well. The other feature of this map is the trade post line. There's two lines, 4 TPs total, and upgrading one of the lines will upgrade both of the lines. So it's a nice twist on the current TP meta. This map also has 4 native outposts, 2 Mapuche and 2 Zapotec, and it has quite a lot of choke points similar to California with the cliffs and the water. So overall it should be a very interesting map. The next map in the pool is Manchac, which also has been already released in the user created content section at ESOC. The best way I can describe Manchac is bayou with the trade post line, and there are 3 TPs, 1 close to each player's base and 1 in the center. There's also quite an interesting feature where there's several plateau cliffs coming out of the swamp in front of each player's main that can act as choke points to maybe funnel some fights when you're trying to defend at your main, and could provide an advantage to some of the more defensive civilizations. This map also features 2 native outposts, both seminal, one each side of the map, and there's quite a lot of hunt, but it seems to me like there's either 2 options here. One is to take the top side of the map where there's quite a resource rich area, or the bottom side of the map and focus on the trade routes. Now that we've seen the 2 green maps, it's time to introduce the first of what I'll call the snow map series, and this map is called Colorado. Colorado, distinguishing feature which you can notice right away is this S-shaped trade line, and there's actually 2 trade lines with 2 TPs. And the most interesting thing about Colorado is that upgrading Stagecoach on one line will upgrade both lines, so TP play will be very strong on this map. There's also 2 Comanche native settlements which can provide anti-cav if needed. These 2 mountains here create a center choke point where the trade lines would come together, but you can also sneak around back in case you need to do some raiding on your opponent. The next map in the snow series is called Klondike, and Klondike is quite a long map, and one of the distinguishing features is it has 5 trading posts in parallel with the run between the 2 main bases. There's also 2 Nukta settlements on the opposite side of the map from the trading posts, which could provide some interesting games with maybe some Nukta strategies due to their quite high siege potential. This map also is interesting in that it's quite a low resource map. There's only 1 starting coin mine, and the hunts, while there are several hunt patches, they don't contain that many elk or moose, so they're quite low in food. So we could see some H2 play favored on this map in the future. Now that we've seen the 2 new snow series maps, the next map is called Tassili, and this is more of a tropical map featuring some palm trees instead of regular trees here. And you may have seen this map. Jerome posted a recorded game on this map, so there is some action out there if you are interested in seeing it. But this is a very open map. There's 2 parallel TP lines, each with 2 trade posts. 1 trade post, I believe, is close enough to your main that the opponent can't take it, so at most they can get 3 TPs, 1 being on another line. There's 2 starting herds, and after that you have to move quite far away to get to the next hunt, either to the center or outside of the TP line, so it could force some aggression pretty early in the game. The interesting part of this map is the center portion, and in the center of this map, to me, it looks like quicksand sort of effect. It's not easy to path around through here, so we can expect some interesting battles, and players will need to have very good unit control to avoid having any pathing issues if they choose to fight in the center of the map. The next map in the pool is Adirondacks, and this map is fairly standard when it comes to the rest of the ESOC maps. The trade route only has 3 TPs, quite a large amount of herds near your base. Not so many coin mines, but there are 2 fairly close to your town center. There's 2 Huron outposts on this map, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Very beautiful map. Good work by Garja here. The pretty distinguishing feature of this map is the water. There's a nice crescent-shaped water around the top side of the map. There's only 2 small areas where you can build a dock, each near the town center for both players. And then there's a large cliff surrounding the rest of the water. You can load units from the top of the cliff into the boats, but you can't load vice versa. So it's potential you could see some big-time saves here with the water, but it should be interesting. There's no water home city flag though, so all water units here will be made by the players. The last map in the set is called Bonnie Springs, and Bonnie Springs brings an interesting flavor to the game that I don't think I've ever seen, so many players probably haven't seen it. The map is very basic and normal. Near your base there's 2 trade lines, each with 2 TPs that are kind of on your side of the map. Should be easy to defend. But in the center of the map there's a small town with a lot of neutral buildings. So if you want to take a direct line to your opponent's base, you're gonna have to travel through this town, through these buildings, around the walls, and it could provide quite an interesting settler urban warfare type environment. The buildings can be killed if you want to clear it out and make the pathing easier, but again, that'll take time, and if you're not paying attention, your opponent can jump on you. Well, that's all the new maps for right now. Thanks for watching the video, and go to eso-community.net to download these maps as well as all the previously released ESOC maps. Check out the forums, sign up for any future tournaments, and hope to see you around. Thanks for watching.